There is a very specific moment that lingers in a woman's body long after it happens. It's not loud, it's not rushed. It's when a man gently takes your face in his hands, tilts it toward him, and locks eyes with you like nothing else exists. In that instant, time slows. Your thoughts soften. Your chest feels warm, and a question quietly forms in your mind. Why did that feel so intense? Because it wasn't just touch, it was intention. Men don't grab a woman's face during intimacy by accident. That gesture doesn't come from habit or impulse. It comes from a place where desire meets emotion, where confidence meets vulnerability. And most women feel it immediately, even if they can't explain it. Your body understands before your mind does. It feels grounding. It feels consuming. It feels like he's saying, be right here with me. And that's why it's so unforgettable. But here's what most women don't realize. This single move can mean very different things depending on the energy behind it. Sometimes it's about connection. Sometimes it's about chemistry. Sometimes it's about reassurance. And sometimes, if you know how to read it, it's a silent confession of how deeply he's pulled into you in that moment. The problem is, when you don't understand the meaning, you're left guessing. Was it passion, or was it just physical? Was it intimacy or ego? Was he present or performing? And the uncertainty can keep you emotionally hooked in the wrong way or disconnected when something real is actually happening. So if you've ever replayed that moment in your head, if you've ever wondered why, it made you feel chosen, exposed, powerful, or unexpectedly safe, stay with me. Because once you understand what a man is really expressing when he grabs your face during intimacy, you'll never misread that moment again. And more importantly, you'll know exactly how to respond in a way that deepens attraction instead of leaving you confused. When a man gently grabs your face during intimacy, what he's really saying is, I'm here, completely. And that might sound simple, but in today's world, it's incredibly rare. Presence is one of the most attractive, grounding energies a man can bring into an intimate moment. This gesture isn't rushed. It isn't distracted. It's intentional. It's his way of pulling both of you out of your heads and into the now. In that moment, you're not competing with his foe, his stress, his ego, or his to-do list. You have him, fully. Men don't do this when they're halfway in. They don't do this when they're just going through the motion. A man who takes your face is anchoring himself to the moment and anchoring you with him. He's saying, slow down, stay with me. And that kind of presence is deeply magnetic to women because it creates safety and intensity at the same time. You feel seen. You feel held not just physically, but emotionally. Think about it. Your face is vulnerable. It's personal. When someone touches it, it demands care and awareness. A man who does this isn't lost in performance. He's connected to how you're feeling, how you're responding, how the energy between you is moving. His hands aren't wandering aimlessly. They're grounding the connection. And that grounding tells your nervous system, you can relax here. That's why your body responds before your mind has time to question it. This is also why this gesture often comes with eye contact, because eye contact is presence amplified. It's intimacy without hiding. When a man holds your face and looks at you, he's not escaping the moment, he's stepping deeper into it. And that takes confidence. It takes emotional availability. Even if he doesn't consciously realize it, his body is expressing something his words might not yet be ready to say. For women, this kind of presence is intoxicating because it creates emotional depth without needing explanation. You don't need him to say, I'm into you. You feel it. His attention is steady. His movements are deliberate. He's responding to you, not using you as a backdrop for his own experience. And that difference, you feel it in your chest, in your breath, in the way time seems to stretch. But here's the part most women miss. Presence isn't loud. It doesn't announce itself. It's quiet, focused, and incredibly revealing. A man who is present isn't trying to impress you, he's trying to connect with you. He's tuned in. He's reading your reactions. He's adjusting to you. That's why this gesture feels so different from anything rushed or careless. It's not about intensity for intensity's sake. It's about shared intensity. And when a woman senses that a man is truly present, something powerful happens. She softens. She opens. She leans in instead of guarding herself. Because presence builds trust faster than words ever could. It says you don't have to perform. You don't have to rush. You can just be here. So when a man grabs your face during intimacy, and it feels grounding rather than jarring, intimate rather than uncomfortable, it's often because he's not just touching you, he's choosing the moment with you. And that choice is the foundation of real attraction. Not the kind that fades when the moment ends, but the kind that lingers long after, replaying itself quietly in your memory, asking you to come closer next. Time instead of pulling away. When a man grabs your face during intimacy, what often happening beneath the surface is something far deeper than desire. Physical attraction alone doesn't reach for a woman's face. It doesn't slow down. It doesn't seek eye contact. Emotional connection does. This gesture is one of the clear signs that in that moment he isn't just responding to how you look. He's responding to how he feels with you. Here's something most women aren't told. Men can be physically attracted and emotionally distant at the same time. But when emotion enters the picture, the behavior changes. They become more deliberate, more grounded, more expressive, especially through touch. Holding your face is intimate because it exposes him as much as it exposes you. It says, I'm not hiding right now. And that level of openness doesn't happen when a man is detached. Your face carries emotion. Your eyes reflect vulnerability. When he draws close and holds your face, he's choosing connection over escape. He's not rushing past the moment. He's leaning into it. And that's often because something inside him feels tethered to you. He wants to see your reaction. He wants to feel your presence. He wants the emotional feedback that only comes when two people are truly connected. This is why that moment can feel unexpectedly intense for a woman, because emotional connection creates a different kind of chemistry. One that settles into your chest instead of just sparking on the surface. You might notice your breathing slow, your body soften, your awareness narrow to just the two of you. That's not coincidence, it's emotional attunement. Your nervous systems are syncing. And that only happens when there's more than just physical interest at play. For many men, this is the point where desire becomes personal. It's no longer about the act, it's about you. The way you look at him. The way you respond to his presence. The way the moment feels when you're close. That's why his touch becomes more focused, more intentional. He's not just enjoying the experience, he's feeling it. And feeling is where emotional attachment begins. What makes this especially powerful is that men often struggle to verbalize these emotions in real time. Words come later, touch comes first. So instead of saying, I feel connected to you, his body does the talking. Holding your face is his way of saying, this matters to me more than I expected. And even if he doesn't consciously recognize it, his actions reveal it. This is also why this gesture can feel different depending on the man and the moment. When it's driven by emotional connection, it feels warm, steady, and grounding. There's no rush, no tension, just closeness. And your body knows the difference. It doesn't brace, it opens, it trusts. Because emotional presence creates safety. And safety allows attraction to deepen instead of burn out. But here's the key thing to remember. Emotional connection doesn't always mean commitment yet. It means access. It means the door is open. It means you're not just a body in the room. You're someone he's emotionally responding to. And that's significant, because once a man associates intimacy with emotional connection, it becomes harder for him to stay detached. So if you've ever felt that moment linger long after it ended if you've replayed his eyes. His touch, the way it slowed everything down, is because something real was happening. Emotional connection leaves imprint. It stays. And when a man grabs your face during intimacy in that grounded, intentional way, it's often a sign that his feelings are already deeper than he's ready to admit, especially to himself. There's something almost magnetic about the way a man can grab your face during intimacy. It's not just a gesture, it's a declaration. When he pulls you in, holding your face between his hands, he's not only creating a moment of intense closeness, he's anchoring your attention to him. He wants every part of you to be present in that exact moment, with no distractions, no wandering thoughts, just you and him. And here's the thing, ladies, that's incredibly sexy because it taps in a deep human desire we often underestimate: the need to feel truly seen. Imagine the energy in that moment. Your eyes meet, and suddenly, the world around you fades. He's not just looking at you, he's absorbing you, noticing the subtle curves of your lips, the spark in your eyes, the tiny little movements that make you, you. And in that attention, there's power that makes you feel desired, cherished, and completely caught up in the intimacy of the connection. It's a quiet form of dominance, not overbearing, but intentionally focused. He's saying without words, right now, there is only you for me, and only me for you. And this act is more than just a romantic gesture, it's psychological. By holding your face, he's anchoring you not just physically, but emotionally. It's like he's creating a mental imprint. When he guides your gaze to his, he's drawing your focus to the feelings you're sharing, the warmth, the vulnerability, the electric charge of being so close to someone who genuinely wants you. This kind of attention is addictive. It makes your heart race, your breath hitch, and your mind lock onto him. You feel every touch more deeply because your attention is fully captured. Here's what's fascinating. Men instinctively know that when they hold your face, they're signaling intimacy, trust, and a desire to connect beyond the surface. And when done right, it awakens a kind of sensual tension that's almost impossible to ignore. You start to feel like you're the only woman in the world he's seeing, the only person whose touch, whose gaze, whose presence matters in that space. And that, ladies, is incredibly seductive because it's rare. So many encounters in modern dating feel scattered, distracted, rushed, but when a man anchors you with that simple, intimate gesture, he's showing that he wants you fully, intensely, completely. By the end of this moment, your mind starts to associate him with that magnetic focus, that profound feeling of being fully observed, desired, and appreciated. And here's the secret, that's why it's so hard to forget a man who does this. It's not just about the physical. It's about how he makes you feel seen, wanted, and utterly irresistible in his eyes. There's a subtle power in intimacy that most women miss when a man grabs your face. It's never just about desire. It's about trust. It's about saying without words, I'm letting you into my world, and I need you to see me as I am. When he holds your face gently, locking eyes with you, he's exposing a part of himself that he doesn't show casually. And that, ladies, is profoundly sexy. Because let's face it, vulnerability is magnetic. When someone allows themselves to be vulnerable, it signals authenticity, depth, and a level of emotional courage that's hard to resist. Think about it. In that split second, he's dropping the mask we all wear in public, in social settings, in casual flirtation. He's not putting on a show, he's not performing, he's opening a private door just for you. And when you realize that you are the only one being granted that intimate access, the effect is electric. It's like the room disappears. It's just you, him, and this unspoken understanding that something rare and meaningful is happening. And that rare feeling, it's addictive. It draws you closer, emotionally and physically, in ways words can't describe. This act of holding your face is also deeply grounding. It's a pause in the chaos of life, a deliberate moment that forces both of you to be present. He's telling you right here, right now, nothing else matters, just us. And when a man can make you feel this way, it heightens the entire experience of intimacy. Your senses sharpen, your touch becomes more sensitive, your heart beats faster, and that gaze, the intensity of his eyes, creates a loop of desire and emotional connection that can be almost overwhelming. What makes this even more intriguing is that he's not just claiming your attention, he's claiming your emotions. By holding your face, he's subtly guiding the way you feel, deepening the connection, building anticipation, and making each touch more memorable. And the sexiest part, you want to respond, you lean in, you melt into the moment. You feel the chemistry intensify not just because of physical closeness, but because of emotional synchronization. Here's the real psychology behind it. When a man is willing to be vulnerable with you, your brain releases a cocktail of oxytocin and dopamine, the hormones of attachment, pleasure, and trust. That's why you feel drawn to him in ways that go beyond the physical. He's creating a memory in your mind that's not just about sensation. It's about feeling deeply seen, understood, and desired. And remember, this gesture isn't about control or dominance, it's about connection. It's a silent conversation between two people who trust each other enough to share a private, intimate space. It's the kind of gesture that sticks in your mind long after the moment passes because it's rare, intentional, and profoundly human. He's showing that he's willing to be emotionally naked with you. And in turn, he's inviting you to meet him there. So next time you feel his hands on your face and his eyes lock with yours, recognize the message. It's not just about passion. It's about vulnerability, trust, and a desire to create a bond that feels electric, consuming, and utterly unforgettable. That, ladies, is the kind of intimacy that stays with you forever. When a man grabs your face during intimacy, it's more than a touch, it's a deliberate act of creating a memory. Think about it. The moment his hands frame your cheeks, his eyes lock onto yours, and the world around you seems to vanish. Your mind starts storing that sensation in a special way. That intensity, that closeness, that electrifying connection, your brain remembers it. And it does something fascinating. It makes you crave not just the physical closeness, but him. Every subtle gesture, every lingering touch becomes a kind of emotional imprint. This is why a simple gesture like holding your face feels so powerful. It's not about control, and it's not about dominance. It's about anchoring the emotional intensity of the moment. When he does this, he's telling you without words, this moment is ours. I want you to feel it completely, to remember it, and to want it again. That's incredibly seductive because it turns intimacy into something multi-dimensional. It's not just about touch, it's about memory, emotion, and desire intertwined. And here's what makes it irresistible. Your mind starts replaying the moment later. You might catch yourself thinking about the way he looked at you, the feel of his hands, the way your breath caught when he drew you closer. These flashes of memory create a magnetic pull. It's why you find yourself drawn to him in ways that feel instinctual, even unavoidable. He's built a memory that your body and mind can't forget. There's also a psychological element here. Humans are wired to connect deeply with experiences that are emotionally intense. By holding your face, he's creating a heightened state of emotional and sensory focus. Your heart beats faster, your senses sharpen, and every touch, every glance becomes amplified. And because this gesture is rare and intentional, it feels almost sacred. You sense the care behind it, the attention, the desire to make you feel special in that moment. This gesture also communicates something unspoken, but deeply alluring. He values the connection, not just the act. He's saying, you matter to me. your presence, your reactions, your feelings, they're important to me in this moment. That validation, that focus is profoundly sexy because it goes beyond physical attraction. It's emotional, mental, and deeply personal. It makes you feel noticed, appreciated, and desired in ways that go far beyond the ordinary. And here's the magic, because he's creating this lasting memory, he's also forging a stronger bond. You're not just experiencing intimacy, you're experiencing intimacy that resonates. That feeling of being fully seen and desired stays with you. It becomes part of how you think about him, how you remember him, and how you crave those moments of closeness again. It's a cycle of connection that keeps pulling you back, making him unforgettable. So when a man grabs your face during intimacy, don't just see it as a touch. See it as a declaration, a promise, and a memory maker. He's crafting a moment that lingers, that excites, and that emotionally anchors you to him. That's why you feel it in your heart, your body, and your mind while you can't stop thinking about it. Because what he's doing is subtle, intentional, and profoundly seductive. He's not just with you in that moment. He's leaving a trace of himself in your soul. And that, ladies, is the ultimate intimacy, the kind that keeps you craving, remembering, and wanting more, long after the moment is over. So now that you understand what it truly means when a man grabs your face during intimacy, take a moment to reflect on the depth of what's happening. It's never just about the physical touch. It's about attention, desire, vulnerability, and the way he wants to anchor you in the moment. Every glance, every lingering touch, every gentle hold is his way of telling you you are seen, desired, and unforgettable to me. And the more you notice these subtle gestures, the more you can appreciate the emotional intimacy that lies beneath the surface of passion. Here's the thing. Relationships and connections aren't just built on physical chemistry. They're built on these tiny, meaningful moments that create lasting memories. So when you feel his hands on your face, recognize it, enjoy it, and let yourself fully experience the connection. This is where real intimacy lives, between presence, attention, and desire. And the truth is, when you respond to these gestures, not only do you deepen the bond, but you also create a cycle of connection that keeps the spark alive. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever noticed these subtle gestures during intimacy? Or maybe you've experienced a moment where a simple touch completely shifted your connection with him. Drop your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Sharing your story can help other women understand these signs and connect more deeply with their partners. And if you found this video insightful, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a tip on understanding men, deepening intimacy, and creating magnetic relationships. Remember, these moments are powerful, but they're even more meaningful when you recognize them, embrace them, and allow yourself to feel everything they convey. You deserve to feel seen, desired, and completely irresistible.